finally starting to do some upgrades to the Roadtrek. Today we're taking out some seats, taking out the old Thretford regular RV toilet that goes into the black tank with the water and the flush. I'm going to be putting in a Separett, so I'll use less water and be more environmentally friendly in a lot of different ways. I know a lot of people kind of complain about the cost of the Separett, but in the end it's going to pay for itself. So I'm going to show you a few things that we're doing. So here's one of the seats out already, and this is my bestie, Pat.
Hello.
And she's taking out the frame for the back seat. It's been in there a while, so it might take a bit for us to get it out. So I'm going to like start and stop and pause throughout this and just kind of do updates so you guys aren't stuck seeing every little bit of it that is, you know, excruciating, boring to watch. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, lo and behold, the Spearett Tiny's in. I also put in some nice pretty just linoleum peeling sticks. So you can see for the venting, I vented it on the back, and then I actually just made that go in, so it actually vents into what is the old black tank. And I should have done a video of, like, we did a whole new piece of wood down here and took that off, and I should have done some video to show you where this goes, but I didn't. This is the power cable for the vent, and I'm going to make that prettier, and I'll show you where it plugs in. I have an outlet just through there, and I'm going to close that little hole. So as you can see, so this is a 1995 Roadtrek 210, you know, with the bathroom. Excuse the mess, we've been working. You know, the standard bathroom with the doors, and the Spearett Tiny just fits. And if you're a tall person, you will hit your head here. I just barely clear, and I'm 5'7". So I may, maybe take it out, but you know, shelves and storage is at a premium, so I may just learn to make sure I duck my head every time. So when you open it up, so there's the lid, and then here's the Spearett Tiny, and still just kind of a couple little tweaks to do. But, so that's the poop screen, and then here's, it's a urine diverting toilet, so the urine will go in here, and they give you a nice little enzyme bio block that, you know, just fits in there. And then when you sit on it, let me see if I can do it with just some weight, it opens. And then, so yeah, I still have a couple little tweaks to do. And when you sit back up, it closes, so that helps not only, you know, so you don't see it, but also with the smell. So yeah, so it just fits. I can close the door. There's a little bit of clearance here, and I'll let you guys know how I like it. But and I know this isn't for everybody, but excuse me, I've been working all day. But for me, I really just do not want to deal with the black tank. I also don't want to deal with the extra water a black tank takes, and chemicals, dumping, finding a dump fees. I'm going to plan on boondocking a lot, and I don't want to be sloshing around with the 13 gallons of poop, you know, trying to find some place to dump. So so this for me was, you know, a really, really good solution. Like I said, it's not for everybody. And so what happens, so I don't have the power onto it yet, but see this little indicator light tells me that the urine container is ready to be emptied. Whoops, that's the stuff out of the, I need to put that in there. So here's the urine container, and it just lifts right out, and then I just unscrew this and pour out the urine, you know, any toilet, and then the poo just goes in there. And they do give you a nice, where did it go? Oh, they give you a nice lid. So, you know, if you want to carry it, it's got a carry handle. So if you want to carry it with that lid on, you can. Or, you know, I'm likely just to pull the bag out, tie it off, and carry the bag and put a new one in it. And they do give you can see down there, that's a little piece of moisture absorbing stuff to help with the moisture. So evidently the science, so the science of it is that if the poo dries, it doesn't smell as much. And so part of that is, see right here, there's a little fan that helps to dry things out, and then so it pulls moisture out and stink out, and it goes in here, and then that goes into there, and so the fan puts any poo smell out. And at first I was going to try to get that to go into the old existing, which is behind here. That seemed in the end to be just a lot of work. So what I did was I ended up running that tube, this tube here, runs under that floor into what was the old black tank inlet, and then I sealed up, you know, made a plastic piece to fit in that hole, and then that. So if I ever sold this, the black tank is still intact, and if somebody wants to go that way, they can just put in the old, you know, the regular RV toilet. So step one, of course, this ended up being much more work than first thought, because, you know, I shouldn't say much more work, because, you know, nothing goes as easy as you plan on or you think it's going to go. And then the other thing, and this is just a heads up, I had to order 2 of these. The first one came and the lid was broken. Literally, this whole corner was broke off, and then it had a big crack like this. And arrived, and there's 2 like little plastic fins on the back where it kind of touches the wall, and one of those plastic fins was broke off. Now, the second one was supposed to arrive on Tuesday, and it wasn't until I called and yelled and stomped my feet that they found it. The post office, for some reason, the UPS gave it to the post office, and the post office didn't know what to do with it. So by the time it got here, I was behind the ball, and so the part that's broken doesn't affect the use, and so I just installed it anyways, because I just didn't have any more time to wait for yet another one to come, because again, I didn't know if it was going to run late like this one did, or going to be broken worse. So that's that part so far, and I'm going to put other videos with this so you can see some of the process, and that's where we go. And you know, you can do this. It wasn't easy as pie, and you know, I have a friend helping me who's more knowledgeable than me, but it can be done. And so there we go, and I'm going to be very happy with it. And I don't know, for a toilet, it's kind of pretty, right?